Texas Senator and presidential candidate Ted Cruz takes aim at a familiar foe, the media, as he faces an increasingly uphill battle with Donald Trump. The Texas Senator is blaming reporters for his lackluster showing. But on Meet the Press, Chuck Todd was calling out Ted Cruz, saying it's not the media but the voters who have spoken. Listen to this testy exchange.
I recognize that many in the media would love for me to surrender to Donald Trump.
It's not about the media,
number one, that Hillary
Senator,
wins,
it's about the
number
numbers.
two,
it's about the numbers. He may win. Republican voters are the ones rejecting you. This is not a media conspiracy, Senator.
So let's bring in our media panel. Alan Colmes is host of the Alan Colmes Show, nationally syndicated by Fox News Radio. Tammy Bruce is a radio talk show host and a Fox News contributor as well. These two are engaged, Ted Cruz and Donald Trump. No, Ted Cruz, Donald Trump, engaged in a contest. So why, when Chuck Todd asked him 9 times if he would support Donald Trump, why does he expect an answer? Should he have given one?
Of course he should give an answer. I mean, how many Republicans have said, yes, I will support the nominee? It's not, you know, brain surgery. He asked 9 times. This is what people don't like about politicians. They won't answer the question. And then Cruz, and he says NBC is full of Democrats, and blames that when, in fact, Donald Trump is not exactly a Democrat as he's running for office. It made no sense, Cruz's argument. Blaming the media is the last refuge of political scoundrels.
All right, so what about it? Should Ted Cruz have answered the question? Should he have said, yes, if Donald Trump is our nominee, I will support?
Well, I don't think anybody, in speaking with the press, you know, the press isn't anybody's boss. They can ask whatever questions they want, and people are going to answer the way they see fit, whether you be a politician or someone in the news. I think in this case, what you're looking at, and the reason why a lot of people have had to answer if they're going to support the nominee is because they're out, is that you answer that question when you have no path. Now, Ted Cruz has a more unusual path than Mr. Trump, but he does. And in answering that question, it presumes that you will be out and you will not be the winner. When you are presenting yourself as a candidate or the candidate, you're not going to answer that. And I would like to see, of course, Mr. Trump be asked that question. I'd like to see Hillary be asked if she's going to support Bernie Sanders,
well,
if he is going to be the nominee. But see, that's my point. Because it's asked of the person that the media wants out. It's asked of the person.
Media. You know, Bernie
Sanders has a path. Again, it's also unusual. He said yesterday that they expect a contested convention for the Democrats. But this is what the media does. It was badgering. It was bullying. And Chuck Todd wanted the answer he wanted. He wasn't giving it. And I laud Ted Cruz.
If you can't handle a little badgering from Chuck Todd, how are you going to handle ISIS? Really?
Well,
come on. Poor Ted Cruz.
Well, that's my second point. Ted Cruz, then, while it's good he handled it this way, this is nothing compared to what's going to happen with the media in the general and with the world.
This is what
it's a good listening, it's a good learning experience.
It's always blame the media. You know, it's not the media's fault, as Chuck Todd pointed out, that he is not popular among Republican voters to the extent at this moment that Donald Trump seems to be. He's not popular in general. People are biting their lip and putting clothespins on their nose to support the 2 top candidates.
I would love to see Chuck Todd tell Hillary Clinton that she's not popular with millennials. And how is she going to win this election when you've got, when Bernie Sanders is getting millions of more votes with those individuals and rallies with 30,000 people? You don't see the same approach because the media, the legacy media, has thrown their lot in with the Democrats. That's who we're blaming. We're not blaming the media in a classic sense, but in effectively the propaganda machine for the Democrats.
It's not a propaganda machine. Ted Cruz has the ability to pick up the phone and call shows on television and radio just like Donald Trump does. I know a number of people in our business who've invited Ted Cruz on their shows. They have said no. Donald Trump
and that's what you get.
Much more readily available, which is why. So when Ted Cruz blames the media, he has been less media available than Donald Trump has.
The irony
Stop blaming the media who've invited him on time and time again.
What Chuck Todd didn't understand is the irony of the accusation of Ted Cruz is being proven by the badgering that Chuck Todd was giving him. And Donald Trump has experienced to some degree the same. I'm still waiting for Hillary Clinton to be handled in the same manner that both of the men on the GOP side have been.
Hillary Clinton's been raked over the coals for years now. Come on, to say that she hasn't been badgered and poked and that she hasn't had to deal with a hostile media for how many decades now? Come on.
All right, but if she, well,
What?
no, just the question that Tammy asked about, should Chuck Todd ask her why she's not popular among millennials?
Yeah,
fine. That's a fair question.
But you would ask it. But somebody at NBC is not going to ask it.
Oh, I wouldn't agree with that.
But
Why
they
wouldn't they ask
haven't. You're right. It has been years. It's been over a year. We saw Bernie Sanders move forward strongly. She has never been confronted with how she's with the popularity ratings, the approval ratings, and Bernie Sanders' popularity.
This meme that the right puts out that the liberals get a pass by the media and poor conservatives don't.
But the average person can watch it themselves.
Not true.
We don't have to say it. It's obvious when you watch the television.
And you're going to have to continue the argument in the green room.
Let's take it in the hall.
We are out of time. Alan Colmes, Tammy Bruce, thank you both.